Oh, Nova Boo. Look at Nova roaming around like a good baby. There's my little eye. He got a bath yesterday. He's got his handsome, fancy little handkerchief on today. Nova has, now that she's feeling healthier, we have started letting her come outside a bit. She had her first day out yesterday. She's loving it. She likes smelling new things and exploring, and the yard is so big here. She was out last night a little past, like, you know, what I would prefer. Usually don't like her out much after dark, but in our other yard, like my old yard was pretty small, so it was easy to find her, but this one's pretty big, so we had to go searching with flashlights to find her last night. But she loves her little freedom, and she's a good girl. She'll stay close. Say hi, Nova. Psst, psst, psst. Bye, baby. Be careful. I just want to say, give kind of like a, I don't know, a happy and just a new update, a fresh little update. It's been a while, and things are going really well here. I'm still with Molly and Ryan and the kids, and I go to church with them on Sundays. I really enjoy the church. So, you know, for many years I've been agnostic, and I'm just making sure I can see Nova. Okay. I guess most of my adult life, you know, I've been agnostic, but was raised in different versions of different churches, and Baptist when I was younger, Catholic for a while, and non-denominational for a while. So I've experienced different forms of church, but some things that happened as a child kind of pushed me away from organized religion. Just turned me off about it, or what have you. Won't go into specifics, but so now I've let just chilling. So I haven't led, I wouldn't say, like an evil, ugly life or anything like that. No, not at all. I really do have very strong morals and values, strong morals that like a strong moral code that I live by, and obey the laws and things like that. Rule follower, you know, in games too, and like board games and stuff like that. I'm all about the rules and just my personality type, and basically just wanted to say, you know, of course I'm going through, you know, this separation from my husband, and that has its difficult moments of sadness or anger or grief or whatever. But for the most part, I have been talking to God and Jesus, and really looking to become resaved and rebaptized. And, you know, I know some people might not enjoy hearing that from me, but just give you a little bit of my reasoning behind this is, you know, I've led this agnostic life and done my best, you know, to be a good person and things like that, but when you're living, so basically agnostic for me meant I believe that there's a higher power. I just don't know who it is or what it means. I don't, you know, there used to be all these Greek gods, there used to be these, you know, sorry, I got distracted, but so there's, you know, all this mythology that they call it now, but I believe my husband, ex-husband, whatever, I don't know what to call it now, but he's atheist, so it wasn't necessarily an issue for me going into the marriage because I was agnostic, and so I'm very open with beliefs and things like that, as long as you're not hurting other people, and you're living a good life. You're not being a bad person, murdering, raping, the basics at the very least, but also kind of doing your best to be a good person. For me and my standards and my personality type are very high, for what I think a good person is, and I know it's not my place to judge, but also part of my character and personality is I am judgmental, to a point, and usually when that comes to like people's standards and morals and their moral code, and when it's very loose, I'm just very turned off by people like that. I'm drawn more to people that I can relate to more. People with good hearts generally. And I just feel that I can sense that about people if they have a good heart. And people change. So here we are. I'm a separated woman. And that's fine. And, I have been talking to God or praying about my path, my future path, and my purpose, and how to be of service. And there's going to be a lot of working on myself, my past, my trauma, my PTSD, my depression, anxiety, so I'm really going to be diving deep into that very soon. Like, I think I'm going to be seeing my new therapist once a week, so we're going to start working through some things and resolve some things. And then also, I really just feel like when my friend Molly offered to, because my husband had split up with me and made a trip to see his family and friends, and a lot of things happened at that time, with me health-wise and with him and our money, and I was just filled with a lot of feelings, anger and betrayal and sadness, and so I really I felt like I wanted to be as far away from kind of that, I don't know, in my mind it makes sense, kind of like the atheist thought process, or like the way my friend explained it to me is basically a person that's an atheist or nihilist or what have you. There's no higher power to answer to. There's no higher power than themselves, really. Like, they get to make the rules outside of like breaking laws and things like that. But so for my situation, just who I am as a person doesn't allow me to treat people that way. But for people that may not feel that there's any repercussions for their actions, or they're the master of their universe, their feelings would be different, so it's all very complicated, and it's all fresh and new, and I'm just trying to find the best way for me to start out on this new path of my life, this new journey, this new road that I'm going down, in a positive fashion, in a completely different fashion, because obviously, I mean, not obviously, but like, to me, obviously, the way I've been living, probably not like I've been living a terrible, like, evil life or anything, but just that I could do better. And part of what I started working on last year was mindset, and working on myself and trying to be the best possible version of myself that I could be, which for me at the time meant, seeking mental help, and working through my traumas really was a big part of that. My childhood trauma, adult trauma, medical trauma, and trying to not let that have any kind of hold on me at all, because unresolved trauma can lead to a lot of issues in how you react to the world around you. So, my thought process was, I need to make a big change, I think, and I mean, what would be so bad about me being the best possible version of myself, like, I know my friends and stuff think I'm great, and I'm great how I am, but none of us are perfect, right? None of us are perfect. We all have our flaws, and I'm still gonna have my flaws going down this path, but I really felt a pull to make a big change, and I think this is the answer, is, yeah, turning back to Christianity, and, but as an adult, like as a child, you go to church because your parents or whoever, and so, and as an adult, to make that choice to say, maybe God's always been there watching, I don't know, but I'm gonna make the rational choice for me to choose that path, and instead of going down a path of destruction and hating the world and hating everything and blaming God, or why am I in so much pain all the time? Why do I have so many diseases? Like, why is my marriage falling apart? Not God's fault, right? Like, so things happen, and bad things happen to good people all the time. And, but I don't think it would hurt me personally to have a little bit more comfort than just comfort from the few really compassionate people that I do know that understand and are actually there when I need them for that support. And what would hurt about praying, and saying, hey, I need a little support right now, I'm feeling very vulnerable, or, people choose religion, people choose whatever they choose, and as long as it's not hurting anyone, it's no one's business, really. But I feel the need to share about how really blessed and lucky I've been to meet the people that I've been meeting lately, and Molly and Ryan and the kids have really been a huge factor and a huge blessing to me at this time in my life, when I could just fall apart and say, I'm done. I'm just done trying. I'm done taking my medicine. I'm just gonna give up, What else can I do? But that's not an option, I'm not really the type to give up or anything anyway, but being with them has shown me a glimpse of the future that I would have never seen any other way. So, and I'm really happy with how things are going. Of course, I'll still have to grieve my relationship and what I've lost, and but I think the way things are going, this is the healthiest, most rational way I could do it. And I feel comfortable, and I feel comforted, and I feel at peace. And I still cry over what I've lost. I still cry over, I'm still sad over all the changes, like one day I'm living in San Antonio and the next day I'm not. It's sudden change, and but I think I'm just trying to say that I'm really thankful for this family to just say, yes, we're gonna help, we're gonna help, and we're not gonna let you do this on your own, and we're here for you. And it was my choice to say, even before Molly picked me up, I said, I really think I need to go to church with you guys on Sunday, because I was feeling a pull to just find something different, find a change, do better for myself. So besides reading self-help books and like self-improvement stuff and seeking mental health and taking care of my physical health, for me there was more to it than that. And if praying and if going to church and being of service and walking with God is my path, then what's that gonna hurt, right? And really, I do feel more at peace, more comforted in this path that I'm walking down than I've really ever felt. So I think it's long overdue, and the church is really nice. They preach off scripture, and when I was young I read the Bible a few times, so at least I'm not starting over completely or starting fresh. So I have knowledge about the Bible, Jesus, the story and everything, what happened, and I just really feel at peace here. And I don't want to try to sound like too confident, but I really feel like my path and my journey ahead, even though I just turned 38 this year, I feel like, people say the 20s were the best years of their lives. I feel like going forward, the rest of my life is going to be the best of my life, the best part of my life. I feel very confident saying that. And really excited for the future, but still rational and knowing that there's a lot I need to grieve, and there's a lot I need to let go of, there's a lot I need to work through trauma-wise and things like that. And so I have a lot of work personally that I'll need help with doing for myself, to clear my heart and to clear my mind and just be in a better place, like emotionally, spiritually, physically. But I can still be of service here in this home, and I can still do my part, and then when I'm ready to see, I guess, the way I can be of service to God or the church, that will be revealed to me. But for now, I do really think it's the time to focus on myself. And for me personally, personality type wise, I do really a lot of times put other people's needs first. And for a lot of years, I have put myself last. And I have, I think recently though, I've learned that I can't make someone something they're not. And so people find support where they find support. Mine has been in support groups on Facebook, hosting a support group, things like that. And I don't think I'm ever gonna feel unsupported anymore, ever again. I don't feel like I'm ever gonna feel alone again. And I think this is where I was meant to be, at this point in my life, at least. I think this is where I was meant to be, and everything's working out the way it's supposed to. And I am content, and I really do I really do feel at peace. I feel at peace, I feel comforted, I feel happier. And time will tell, as I start to grow and improve through therapy and things like that in my walk with Christ, I'm sure we'll see the changes in me. And I just had lunch with the female minister from the church, and I'm not officially a member, but I've been going for a month now to the church, and And I just, she's got such a good heart, and she comes from a background in counseling, and so I really value her advice that she gave me today, and her opinions, and it really means a lot to me that because I really feel like, I need to be of service to the church to be a member. And she just said, don't throw away that idea. I think now is the time that you need to really focus on yourself and your mental health and things like that. But there's a way that I can be of service without doing something major, something big. And when the time is right, that will all be revealed to me, and everyone. And I just think it just seems that now is the time that I'm really given the chance to actually work on myself, and I'm in a place where I will have the support I need when I break down, or I really feel so lucky. And the circumstances and the events that brought us here, not great, not a great ending of a marriage, not, just not great circumstances. And I've had a lot of bad experiences in my life, my childhood, my adulthood, and so there's just a lot of trauma there that needs to be dealt with, and maybe we'll be amazed at the person that comes out. I know this is getting really long, I'm so sorry. But I know my graduation speech when I was, I think it was valedictorian for my graduation. It was called The Phoenix, and I don't know, I know that resonates with a lot of people, coming out of the ashes, and not just the ashes of, what happened with my marriage, literally just my life. I've had a lot of good moments and good memories, but there's just a lot there that I told my friend that I want to replace all of these core memories that I have that are just evil and bad. I want to replace all of those with good, beautiful, calming memories. That is my goal, and I think this will be able to help get me there. So, but anyway, the animals are very happy. I'm gonna, I know that was a lot, but I'm gonna give a little pause here. Babies, there's my Nova, just enjoying life. And here's Anais enjoying life. Hi, my boo. Thanks for the licky licks. You're so handsome. Nova? Psst, psst. This is our miracle cat. When we found her, she was almost dead. They couldn't even get a temperature reading on her because she was so cold. She was stiff. And look at her. She's alive, enjoying outside. Just here. And I did see that as if I had any questions already at that point, which I was already in. I was already prepared to turn my life over and walk with Christ, and when I found Nova that way, almost dead, and we took her to the ER, and she was there for 3 days. She came home, and that was just, I really felt like I couldn't take any more bad news. I couldn't take one more bad hit. I felt like I would wind up in the mental hospital myself, and it was a real fear of mine, because people can only take so much. And just when she survived that Friday night, when they called and said she's alive, she survived the night, I knew that she was gonna come home to me. And I saw her the night before, and I said, Nova, please don't leave me, because I need you. And I can't take any more bad news. And I know that's really selfish of me, because she was suffering. But I don't think she wanted to die either. I just think She just needed a little help. She needed fluid. She needed vitamins. She needed heat, you know. She just needed a little TLC, and she's doing pretty good. She's not full on eating and drinking, you know, all the time, but I think she'll get her mouth cleaning and any removal she needs from her teeth, and then she should be complete and whole again. But she was that final. Like, if I had any questions, you know, it was a miracle she survived the night, and it was like, I see you, you know. I know that you wanted me to notice, and I know that you know I needed this, and she's alive, and here we are. Anyway, I just wanted to give a long update. You know how I get, but so, you know, I just really want people to understand what, you know, what's been going on with me the last, I guess, month. I've been here a month now, I think, so I'm very happy to be with this family. I'm very happy with the people I've met, and I'm looking forward to the future and the people that I already have, my current friends. What is it in Alliance? You know, in San Antonio and all over. I don't have any plans to lose any of you. You know, just hope that everyone's well, and I hope this helps explain anything, that if anyone had questions. But I think I'm doing pretty well under the circumstances, you know. I have my moments of sadness, but I have my bad pain days and things like that, but I can see the light. I can see that things can get better. Like, I can see that. I can see that I have a brighter future, you know? So I'm just really excited about all the changes that are coming, and the changes that have already taken place, and I had my first therapy session, and she's the perfect therapist for me. I couldn't ask for more. And so I'm really excited about my journey, you know, and everything that's coming. Thanks for listening this long. I'm sorry it was so long. But anyway, send me a message or whatever if you have anything to say, comments or what have you. Questions. I am willing to take questions. Okay, love you all. Bye. Thanks for listening.